Solving systems of equations using matrices. The two equations that we're going to start out with is 3x plus 7y equals 5 and minus 2x plus y equals negative 2. Now the goal is to solve for x and y. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to build the matrix form. You're going to write matrix form. And that involves writing a coefficient matrix, times a variable matrix, which will give you an answer matrix. Since this is two equations, this is going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. The variable matrix is always a 2 by 1. Now the two variables that we're interested in is x and y. And the answer matrix is going to be this right here, 5 and negative 2. So why did I leave the coefficient matrix for last? Well, for this reason. Now look at the two equations, okay? You're going to put the x and the y column here, and it's for equation 1 and equation 2. It's equation 1 and that's equation 2. Just underline the coefficients. You see that 3 right there? I'm underlining underneath the 3. I'm underlining underneath the 7. That's the number in front of the y. That's that coefficient. We have a negative 2 in front of the x. And over here, it's an understood 1. So you're just going to take those coefficients. So we're going to take the 3. We're going to write it here. We're going to take the 7, and we're going to write it here. We're going to take the minus 2, and we're going to write it here, and the imaginary 1, and we're going to put it there. And so now you have the coefficient matrix, the variable matrix, and the answer matrix. Matrix form, done. Number 2, you're going to find the inverse of the coefficient matrix. Now remember that the inverse is 1 over the determinant times our swapped out matrix. And the swapped out matrix is the D and the A swap, the B stays but the sign changes, the C stays but the sign changes. So here on the side I'm going to do my calculations. The determinant for a 2 by 2 is AD minus BC. Well, from this matrix, A is a 3 and D is a 1. So 3 times 1 minus negative 2 and 7. Now you just have to be careful with the sign. So what I do is I solve this here first and that here first over here. So 3 times 1 is 3 and negative 2 times 7 is minus 14. Well, 3 minus a minus 14 is the same thing as 3 plus 14, which gives me 15, 16, 17. This is the determinant. So this is going to be 1 over 17 times the swapped out matrix. A and D swap, so the 3 and the 1 are going to change places. Now notice that I'm circling them. So go up to the coefficient matrix, and where the 3 was, you're going to put the 1, and where the 1 was, we're going to put the 3. The 7, I'm on the coefficient matrix. The 7 is positive, so we're going to make it negative. The 2 is negative, so we're going to make it positive. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to put everything over 17. Let's see. Over 17. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. 1 over 17. Negative 7 over 17 2 over 17, 3 over 17. Alright, this is the inverse matrix. Next, you're going to find your variables by taking your inverse matrix and multiplying it by your answer matrix. So just watch, I'm going to rewrite it. xy equals, I'm going to copy the inverse matrix. So 1 over 17 minus 7 over 17, 2 over 17, 3 over 17. And sorry that I'm writing small. I just like to conserve paper. So what is this answer matrix? Well, I'm going to circle up above, so watch. The answer matrix is this one. So it's 5, negative 2. And now you solve for x and y by using matrix multiplication. Since we're solving for x, we're going to use the top row and the column. And now you just combine them. And basically you focus on the top numbers. So you're going to say x is going to equal 1 times 5 plus negative 7 times negative 2. All of this over the denominator, which is 17. And now you just clean it up. 1 times 5 is 5. Negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14. And 5 plus 14 is 19. So this would be 19 over 17. And that's the value of x, 19 over 17. Now we have to solve for y. Y is going to be the second row. I'm going to circle it. 2 17ths and 3 17ths. And we're going to multiply this by the column. But focus on the numerators. The 2 on top of the 17 times the 5. So it'd be 2 times 5 plus the 3 on top of the 17 times the negative 2. And we're going to put that over 17. And now you just clean it up. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 10 plus a negative 6 is a 4. So you get 4 over 17. And there you have it. That is the values of x and y solving a system of two equations following using matrices. So just to recap, you're going to write the matrix form. You're going to find the inverse. And you're going to multiply the inverse matrix by the answer matrix. And you're going to get your answer.